Hello, so I'm going to show my process and how I'm creating this Scratch project for the CS50X course for 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a title. I'm in scratch.mit.edu, and you just go in and create an account through normal processes, nothing particular about that. And I'm going to name this Star Wars. That works for now. And what I did is hide this, and I went on Google and I just looked up images and I downloaded them to my computer, and then put this somewhere. And then I uploaded them here by clicking choose a sprite, upload sprite, and then you just find the pictures in there. So let's go ahead and move this down here. And so I have a Death Star, a Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, and a Yoda. So I'm going to go ahead and click on backdrops and click on choose a backdrop down here. I'm going to choose a backdrop. And you can upload your own backdrops. I'm not going to do that for this, but I'm going to type in a search for star. And then there's stars. So that looks like a decent background for this. So what it is, I'm going to create a game. So I have my characters, Yoda, Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, and the Death Star. And you'll see when I click on each particular character, the icon or that character also appears in this workspace area. Okay, like there's Darth Vader, there's Death Star, Stormtrooper, Yoda. Okay. So on the left-hand side of Scratch, you'll see that there's different kinds of categories for the code, the building blocks that we're going to be used. There's motion, there's looks, there's sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables, and my blocks. So the usual thing that we usually put in Scratch as for the event to the listener for it to actually start doing something is this green flag. So go to events, the green flag checked, and you'll see that there's a green flag. And you'll see that I'm on Yoda, which is what I want. So when the green flag is checked, I want go to looks, and I want to show Yoda. It's because I'm on Yoda. I want him to be, let's go ahead and hit green flag. Okay, so I see Yoda, and it would be ideal if I had transparent images instead, transparent background instead of the white background, but it's for this project, it's not worth trying to find something like that. So I have Yoda. He's really large on this, kind of takes up too much space on here. So down here, you can see I can change the size of it. So I've been usually put them at 20, and that works. And then I can drag them to where I want. And when I can see the X coordinates and the Y coordinates, the X is across and the Y is up and down. So based off this X and Y coordinates, this is where I want Yoda to start. And if I go to motion on the left-hand side again, it says a little block that says set X to 189, which is where he's at right now, and Y to negative 131 and negative 189, which is where it's at right now. So Scratch will capture where the coordinates are right now after I drag it, and it'll put it there. So when so right now we got the action of when the green flag is clicked, we're going to show the Yoda's going to be there. So even if I put him over here right now, when I hit the green flag, he's going to go to that starting point. So that's one character. So we got one character on screen. So I have another character. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. So I have another character, which is Stormtrooper. And you can see when I click on Stormtrooper, there's a Stormtrooper. It tells me I'm working with Stormtrooper. So when the So at the same time, I want him to appear whenever that green flag appears as well. So I click, put that green flag when the green flag is checked. And I do emotion. Actually, I do looks, show, and then motion. I'm gonna go ahead and hit green to see where he's at and make the changes in the sizes that I need to make and put him wherever he's going to be at. So that looks good right now. So I want to set X to -148 and set Y to 141, which, as you can see, are the X and the Y coordinates that he's at right now, based off where I dragged him. So if I move him over here and I move Yoda over here and if I hit the green flag, they both go to the places where I wanted them to go. So Death Star is another character in here. Do the same thing when the green flag is clicked. And I'm actually going to have it wait for a second. So if I go under the orangish kind of color, I can drag this block over here to wait. I'm just going to have it wait 1 second. You'll be surprised how long a second is in this thing. You don't think a second's that long. It's longer than you would think. So I'm just keeping it 1 second. And then I'm going to have it looks of show and then motion. No, motion. Let me go ahead and do that. It's going to have it go like right there right now. And so it gives me my X and my Y coordinates. And I'm going to set X to that and Y to that. So let's go ahead and show how everything does. Hit green arrow. Well, why did I not do it? Was I on something? I might have been on something. Let's try this again. Why is my Death Star not moving? Oh, there it goes. Must be a delay. Let's try this again. Oh, because I had it set to 1 second, wherever it's at now. Okay, so I told you 1 second could be longer than what you think. Okay, so it is set to 1 second, and then that's when I want it to show. So I don't want it to show yet when I hit the green flag. So, okay, right now I have Death Star selected. You can see, and I'm going to hit, okay, where it says show, there's the eyeball and no eyeball, but just no show. So now I'm going to hit the green flag. And now it appears. Okay, that's what I want. Let's see. Okay, so I got the character of the Yoda, got him appearing, I got Star Trooper appearing, and then I got Death Star appearing. I don't want Darth Vader appearing yet. Okay, so what the goal of the game is for Darth Vader or Yoda to get to the Death Star. Okay, that's the goal of the game. And not get hit by the Stormtrooper. So what are we wanting to do is we're going to use the arrows, the up, down, right, left arrows for Yoda to move. So what we're going to do is, so we got Yoda selected, and we're going to go to events or motion, sorry. Oh, where is it? Sensing. Pause this. Okay, I'm back. So what we're going to do is actually go to control. So we're going to have this repeat forever if, let's do if else. If something happens, then this happens, else this happens. So we are looking for a sensing, and we're going to take, you see the shapes of these, and we're going to take that into there, and we're going to do if up arrow is pressed in, we're doing the motion of go change up arrow, so that's a y coordinate, change y by 2. So it's going to change it 2 spaces, or I'm not sure what the units of measure are on this. Pixels, maybe, I don't know. We're going to change it 2 units. Let's see. Maybe I don't need else. I'm going to leave else alone right now. I might need it. So, okay, so let's go ahead and hit start. No. So the Darth Vader, the Death Star is still there. We'll talk about that here in just a second. So I hit go, and then if I hit the up arrow, you can see my Yoda is moving up. Okay, so that works. Doesn't move down or right or left because I haven't built the code in there yet. Hit stop. And let's see. And I'm actually going to take off this. So you can have different kinds of blocks in here. And I am going to do when the event, when I use that green flag again. Because basically what I'm saying is when that green flag is checked, I want you to start doing whatever action I'm telling you to do. And we can click on that block set of blocks and hit Control C for copy and Control V for paste. Because we want to do the same thing for down and then right and left. So we're going to change this to down arrow. And we're going to change Y to -2. Because it's going down. And then we're going to Control C, Control V. And we're going to change that to right arrow. And then I'm going to get rid of this block and get the X one. Change X by 10. I'm going to change that to by 2 because it's going right. And then copy and paste that. -2. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit stop that and then hit start or hit the green flag. So going up, it goes up. Go to the right, it does not go right. Go down, it goes down. It doesn't go left, and I don't know if it's because it's all the way to the left. So I did something wrong. Oh, right arrow change. That should work. This changes to left arrow. Up works, right works, down works, left works. So the bug I had in here just a little bit ago was I had both of these on right arrow. Stop. Okay. I had both of these on right arrow. So I had this one on right arrow, which was right, which was progressed 2 units of measure on the x-axis, or left arrow, and I actually had it on right, and it was also got a -2. So this is why I have this camera here. So I'm telling it, I want it to, when I hit the right arrow, I want it to progress on the x-axis. And then, but I'm also telling it I want it to progress this way on the x-axis. So it's just stuck. It doesn't know what to do. So, so I had a bug. So when I go left arrow, okay. And it works now. So right, up, left, down, okay. Let's see. Okay, so I got Yoda moving. Let's get the Stormtrooper moving. So we got Stormtrooper. See the Stormtrooper right here? And so right now we only got him, we can see him. That's pretty much, and that's where he's going to stand. But I want him to move. Like, the object of the game is for Yoda to get to the Death Star without, running into a Stormtrooper, right? And what we're going to do is one of the events, when that is clicked, I want the motion to just go to a random position. No, not necessarily go. There's go, and then there's glide. And there's a difference. I'll show you the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that, and then hit this. It just kind of appears. I only had it once. I didn't repeat it. So let's do it on repeat. And I'll show you. Let's repeat 10 times. Okay, well, that'll happen really fast. But I'm assuming it went 10 times. Yeah. Okay. Not what I wanted either. But you get the idea. So this is not what we want. We don't want to go to a random position. Okay. We want the motion to glide to random position. And we want it to repeat. Let's just do it forever. So let's go ahead and start, and then hit start. So you can see the gliding. That's pretty fast. So let's change that to, let's go ahead and stop that. And you can see how it went up to here whenever it started. So, okay, so that's a pretty decent speed. We'll leave it at that. Go ahead and stop. And we're just going to have one Stormtrooper on this right now. And let's see. So what happens if the Stormtrooper collides, if captures Yoda, whatever you want to call it? So we need to have something tells us what happens when that happens. Okay, so let's say we're on Stormtrooper and we're wanting to, so let's see. We're wanting an event like whenever the Stormtrooper is touching Yoda is what we want. Okay, I need something to put it in. So events. It would be the control if. Okay. Let's do. I don't think you can attach. Let's see if that works. I don't know what's going to happen. What's in that forever loop? We'll see. So we'll do touching mouse pointer Yoda. So we're saying that the Stormtrooper touches Yoda, captures Yoda. Then events. It's going to broadcast a message. We can say a new message of got you. I'm not very creative. Okay, so it's broadcasting a message saying got you. So we're going to go back to Yoda, and when let's go ahead and do this. That might not be the most effective way of doing it, but let's give it a go. So when the green flag is clicked and all of this progress, the whole gameplay starts. When okay, it's not what I want. When I receive got you, then what I want is for Yoda to say, oh no. Let's do no, yeah. No, oh, I don't know. For 2 seconds. Let's go ahead and give this a go and see what happens. It didn't work. Okay, there it goes. I think something about the size and the shape of this, it's kind of finicky. But for the most part, now I'm trying to chase the Stormtrooper just so you can see what it does. No, okay, so that works. It's done. So, okay, I want all my characters to go back without having to hit play again and resume and start the game. So what I can do, I want all my players to go back to where they were in the original positions in the XY coordinates. So I'm going to, I'm on my Yoda right now. So I'm going to go to events and want to hit spacebar. So basically when I hit the space bar, it's going to go to, I'm just going to move this up here. And it's going to set, it's going to do the same thing like this, except without the show. It's going to set X to that and Y to that. And for the Stormtrooper, I am going to set, whenever the space bar is hit, I'm going to set X to that and Y to that. Let's go ahead and copy that. Okay. And let's see, Death Star's not moving right now, so go ahead. And I'm going to move it. And then I stop it, and then I hit spacebar, and everything goes back without starting the game again. Okay. So the goal of the game is, like I said, for Yoda to get the Death Star. And so we got Yoda and thinking. So when let's start with the flag again. And when, let's see. Okay, that's what I want in there. So I need one of these controls in there. Okay. If Yoda is touching the Death Star, then we are going to go to looks and say, I got you for 2 seconds. Or let's do the you I got. Okay. And then, hold on just a second. And then we're doing, okay, let's go ahead and try it. Oh, wrong one. Why is it not working? It works with the Stormtrooper. Why is this not working? When it's touching Death Star, then say, you I got. It's touching it. What did I miss? I'm touching it in broadcast. Okay, maybe that's what I need to do. Okay, let's try this way then. Broadcast. New message. Death Star tagged. Okay. And then, what if Okay. And then when I receive, say I got you. Hit the space bar, everything goes back to where it was. I have no idea why it's not working. Let's try this another way. Yeah? Come in. Hey.
I didn't know if you were here or not. Yeah, a young lady wants to see you.
Who?
Some young lady.
Okay. Glad I have a friend of mine.
I think sign it.
Okay. Okay, I figured out what I was doing wrong. So I have, go ahead, stop this, get everybody in the beginning. So I have Yoda here, right? So I am going to go to events and click on the green flag. And then I am going to do a control. So what I was doing the first time was repeat or forever, or I was doing an if then is what I was doing. But Yoda is not touching the Death Star when the green flag is hit. I need to wait until Yoda is touching the Death Star. And then I go to the sensing. So wait until Yoda, because I'm on the Yoda character, is touching Death Star. And then I'm going to broadcast I didn't do this last time. Let me try it this way. And see, might save some steps in the code. So what I want to do is looks and want to think. So I don't have the swoosh, the noise effects on this right now. So I'm just going to do like he's thinking in his head, swish. Like when my husband got me a revolver, I was like, bing, 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 and he's looking at me funny because yeah. It wasn't loaded, it was brand new. Let's see. Swish. Okay, swish. Swish. Then I make noise effects. Okay. Okay, so let's see what happens. So, okay, the Stormtrooper touching my Yoda. It does the oh no or the no-mo. Okay, so Yoda's in his mind going swish. Okay, so that works. So, and I did that with less code than before I hit play back again. So there's always usually some ways to, improve your code base and just, make with fewer lines of code. Go ahead, stop this. Okay. So on the assignment was, okay, must have at least 2 sprites. I got 4. Death Star, Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, Yoda. Okay, I haven't done anything with Darth Vader yet, and I might get rid of that, and I don't know yet. Project must have at least 3 scripts total. So I believe this qualifies. I mean, I got like all of that, and then Stormtrooper, nothing for Darth Vader, and only one thing for Death Star. And has at least 1 condition, 1 loop, and 1 variable. So a condition being if the right arrow, all of those are conditions. 1 loop. Forever. Okay, that's a loop. And 1 variable. Didn't do variables yet. So the variable. So I'm going to make a variable of lives. And want to do, you can see I got Yoda selected. Want to do for the sprite only. Hit OK. And so I'm on Yoda still. And want to set the lives to 3. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to here. So which is basically my first script here. When the flag is clicked, show Yoda at this coordinates, and he's got 3 lives. And you can see it automatically puts that there. So, yep. And hit the green flag, it's got 3 lives. So, let's do, okay. So when, probably didn't need the else. I'll keep that there in case I do. If not, I might have to clean up the code a little bit. Okay. So what I want to happen is when Stormtrooper gets Yoda, instead of just saying no, we want to decrement the number of lives by 1. So on this block right here, where it says when it receives, I got you, and Yoda says, oh no, we are going to change lives by -1. So let's see how this works. I'm trying to hit the Stormtrooper. Why is it not working? It should work at least once. Okay, there it is. I guess it's just finicky on where. Okay, there it goes. Okay, it's working. So, and then what I want it to do is so events, control, okay, and I want this to read. That might not be what I want. So I want this to do this. Okay. So I want this to do this forever. And then let's see, I can do it until if okay. Let's try this. Not the forever. So if put this in here. So if lives is greater than 0, say change lives. Okay. Else say you got me, or me you got. Okay, let's see how this works. Spacebar, green flag. Okay, there's 1. 2. Dang you. Should have made the lives less. There we go. Did you get me? No. There we go. Okay. So if lives is greater than 0, it should be doing something else. Me, you got. Okay. And then control would be stop. Oh. Okay. I think that worked. I think there just might be a lag on there. Okay. So one sound. So sounds. You can actually find a Star Wars one. Star Wars. Okay, that works. So I'm downloading it. Maybe. Okay, then. Back. Upload a sound. Okay, so here it works. Let's see. So what I want to happen whenever that's clicked, I want the sounds to play that. So what else did I have? One sound. Projects must be more complex than one of those. Less complex. Okay. So I think I got the basic structure of what I'm wanting. I still want to add the Darth Vader component there. So what I want to happen is this. When I'm going to take away this, I want to make this like a couple layers deep. So I'm not going to stop all. What I'm going to do is say whenever he captures the Death Star, or he gets the Death Star. And what I'm going to do is have an broadcast a new message saying Now to find Darth Vader. Oh, okay. Darth. No, that's not. It's a message, not what Yoda says. To find Darth Vader. Oh, we're thinking it. I am. Okay. So he's broadcasting that. And what's going to happen whenever that message is broadcast, we're going to find another backdrop. So choose a backdrop. Stars. Oh, not star. Star. Yeah. So let's see. Let's go back a little bit. So I want that. Okay, messed up. Star. Messed up again. So this is the backdrop that I want. Let's click on backdrops. Okay. It's good. Okay, it's fine. So I got backdrop 1 stars and backdrop 2 galaxy. Okay. So okay, my code's still there. I didn't see it for a second and I was like, what happened to it? Okay, so when I go back to the default to the beginning, I want my backdrop to be stars. Okay, that's what I want it to be. To hit space, it goes back to stars. Where's that at? Okay, so Yoda's saying now to find Darth Vader. And what happens when he says that is, I'm thinking, let's go ahead and put Darth Vader up in there on the board. When Darth Vader receives a message, now to find Darth Vader, he appears. Okay. And then what happens? So he appears and let's see. Let's give him some coordinates. Let's do this and see where that goes to. And then basically, oh, that's not gonna. Oh, okay, I need to make him a little bit smaller. And then the backdrop changes to galaxy. Okay. On 66 and 64. And then, so the Death Star disappears. So, events. When I receive looks, heights. Okay. And let's make, so everything that's happening right now is after the message is broadcasted is now to find Darth Vader or whatever it says. When I receive, we're going to have, we're going to copy this and we're going to move it a little bit faster. Or is that slower? Oh, that's slower. Move it a little bit faster. Okay. And then we are going to go back to Yoda. We're going to Control C and Control V is in Victor. And whenever he's touching Darth Vader, let's stop. Okay. Die, Vader. Okay. And let's see. And now let's just end the game. Let's do stop all. And okay. So I need Vader to disappear when I hit press space bar. Okay, for speed purposes, let's change this to, how many lives do I get me? 1. Let's just do this for 1. Oh, I need to move. Swish, swish. Okay, and then now I need to hit Vader's not moving. I forgot to move Vader. Die, Vader. Okay, so what I should do is move Vader, but for the gist of it, it works. Let's do that. Set that. Go to glide. Let's go to glide. 2 seconds to random position. Okay, but I think that meets all the requirements for this project, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day because I got other things to do. Hit save now. And that's my project. So that's how I did it. You saw me mess up a little bit, and then sometimes I hit it when I messed up. If you have any questions, or if you want to join me in this whole CS50 in preparation for any kind of computer science classes that you want to take for the fall, if you're thinking about that, let me know. See ya.